If you're a buyer waiting for rates to drop before you buy, you're about to lose twice. You have to watch this. And spoiler alert, this video will show you how to get a free 1% drop off any interest rate if you go into escrow in May or June. See, most buyers think that waiting is gonna maybe save them money. At least they're hoping, right? But the math shows the opposite. In fact, Realtor.com says for every 1% drop in interest rates, there's an estimated 5 million additional buyers that enter the market and start shopping. What does that mean? Well, take a look at this flyer. I'll give you an example. Say someone's got 400K, right? They're qualified at a 6% rate, and they're sitting there saying, man, if I could just get rates down to 5.25, that'll make all the difference, right? The challenge is, who else is thinking that, right? So now you get to 2027, maybe rates do get to 5.25, but more buyers mean you pay 428 maybe for that same house. You end up with pretty much a wash on payment. In fact, I'd say worse than a wash on the payment because you lost the tax savings along the way that you could have got potentially, right? And you paid more for the same property. Means someday you go to sell, you make $28,000 less, okay? So what's the answer here? Are we stuck? Well, no, good news. We have the solution here today, guys. It's how you can buy today's home price with next year's interest rates, but it is only for May and June, so you want to listen up. Trusted Rate is cutting buyers' rates by a full 1% for the first 12 months. Let me give you an example how that works. Let's say you're a buyer, you're qualified at 6% based on your credit score, loan to value, all your qualifying factors. We come in and drop it to 5%. No difference in cost. It actually gives you a 15-month buffer while you watch and wait for rates to hopefully drop. We all think they're on the decline, right? Why do I say 15 months? Let's say you go into escrow, this month here in May, means you're probably close in June, means your first payment's probably not due until August. So like August 2026 through almost August 2027, you get that 1% off, giving the market time. What the idea being is we do think rates are gonna drop, right? But if that happens, do you win? Well, you only win if you're already in a property. Because if you're not in a property, you got to compete and rush everyone else to find that property and pay more for that house. Whereas if you're in the property, you get to calm, cool, and collectively just go in and do a no-cost roll down. More information on that if you DM me. See, here's what I'm thinking, guys. A lot of buyers, what they're going through, reminds me of myself. Last time I went to go buy a car, I walked around, I told the car salesman, you know what? I'm not here to buy, I'm just looking. Car salesman asked me, you're not looking to buy, then what are you doing on a car lot? I said, good point. Let me rephrase. I do want to buy. If you can make it make sense. Make it make sense for me. Make me a deal that I don't want to walk out of here without getting, so I drive home in a car. I think that's where buyers are. If you're a professional lender, agent, we got to make it make sense. And Trusted Rate is trying to do that. You buy the house, we buy down the rate. There is no perfect plan, right? Nobody's got a crystal ball. This is the closest thing to one, and the window closes June 30th.